In every family's kitchen, there is an assistant that we use every day. That is the knife. From cutting meat, cutting vegetables, to cutting fruit, all need a really sharp blade. But after a period of use, the knife often becomes blunt, cuts not smoothly, and even the surface is dull and looks very unsightly. This not only makes cooking unpleasant, but also takes a lot more time and effort. Imagine, you just want to cut a small tomato, but the knife can't cut through, making the tomato pieces crushed, and the juice flows everywhere. Have you ever been annoyed by that? And today, I will share with you an extremely simple tip to solve these two problems at the same time. Sharpen the blade in just a few minutes. Make the knife shine like new without expensive tools. The special thing is that you can do it right at home with very familiar things in the kitchen. If you also want to turn a dull knife into a sharp knife like new, watch the video until the end. I guarantee you will be surprised by the results. After checking that the knife is dull, I will start the preliminary sharpening step with toothpaste, a familiar ingredient in every family. Many people do not know that toothpaste contains a mild abrasive, silica, just enough to clean the metal surface and support polishing without causing deep scratches on the blade. First, I apply toothpaste on both sides of the blade. Then use paper to spread the toothpaste evenly over the entire knife. Don't just apply it in the middle, but make sure to cover the entire knife from the tip to the handle so that the entire surface is cleaned evenly. You will feel the sticky layer of toothpaste, creating a smooth layer, helping to remove dirt, grease, and old stains. Next, I will leave the cream on for about 1 to 2 minutes so that the active ingredients in the cream can take effect. During this time, the knife surface will begin to soften the stains, preparing for the next step of sharpening with a ceramic disc. Benefits of this step: helps the knife to be cleaner from the start, avoiding dirt that hinders the sharpening process. Creates a light smoothness, helping the subsequent sharpening process to be faster and more even. With just one small but extremely important step, your knife will be renewed right from the first layer. After applying toothpaste and cleaning, now comes the real sharpening step. First, I choose a ceramic plate with a rough bottom. That is the dull circle on the underside of the plate, where it has not been glazed. This part has a natural roughness, very suitable for sharpening knives safely. Next, I turn the plate upside down, then sprinkle a layer of salt around the bottom of the plate. Then, sprinkle a little vinegar on top of the salt. The salt will add roughness, making the sharpening process more effective. This combination helps to deodorize, clean, and also helps sharpen the knife brighter and sharper thanks to the acidity of the vinegar. Now comes the sharpening step. Place the blade at an angle of about 15 to 20 degrees to the rough surface of the plate. Pull the knife from bottom to top, firmly but gently. Absolutely do not sharpen back and forth on both sides, because this can easily damage the blade and cause the knife edge to chip. Repeat this process on both sides of the blade, about 6 to 8 times on each side, or until you feel the desired sharpness. During the sharpening process, you will hear a slight hissing sound. That is a sign that the knife is being sharpened. This is the most important step to restore sharpness, helping the knife glide smoothly through the food, without any scratches or tears on the surface when cutting. A small tip for better efficiency: always hold the knife firmly, move evenly, so that the blade is sharp all over, without being off-angled. If the knife is too dull, you can add a little toothpaste to the rough edge when sharpening to increase the abrasive effect. After completing the knife sharpening process, the next very important step is to clean the blade. At this time, there are still toothpaste, salt, and a little vinegar residue left on the surface of the knife. If not cleaned thoroughly, the knife will easily corrode or leave stains later. First, I prepare a bowl of clean water or wash it directly under the tap. Gently soak the knife in water for a few seconds, then use a dishwashing sponge or soft cloth to gently rub to remove all the toothpaste and salt on the surface. Pay special attention to the back of the knife and the tip of the knife, because these are the places where residue is most likely to accumulate. After cleaning, use a paper towel or dry cloth to thoroughly wipe the blade, making sure there is no moisture left. Drying not only makes the knife shiny, but also prevents rust, keeping the knife durable longer. Now it's time to check the results. I took back the tomato from earlier and tried to slice it. Just touch and pull the knife down. You will see the knife glide smoothly through the tomato skin, creating thin, even, beautiful slices, no longer crushed or watery like before. This feeling is really satisfying, proving that the knife has been restored to its new sharpness. Now, cooking will become faster, neater, and much more enjoyable. After the blade has been sharpened and tested for sharpness, we will move on to the final step, polishing the knife. This step helps remove stains, plaque, and old tarnish, giving the knife a shiny, clean appearance like it was just bought. First, I prepare a slightly concave plate for easy operation. Place the knife on the plate, making sure the blade is comfortable and not scratched. Next, I sprinkle a thin layer of baking soda on the surface of the knife. Baking soda is a great ingredient because it is mildly alkaline, helping to clean stubborn plaque and polish the metal without harming the knife. Then, I sprinkle a little vinegar on the baking soda. When the vinegar meets the baking soda, you will see a slight bubbling phenomenon. This is a natural cleaning reaction, helping to remove dirt and tarnish from the metal surface. Next, I use a toothbrush, preferably an old but still soft one, and scrub both sides of the blade. Scrub gently but thoroughly, especially on the back of the knife and the area near the handle, where grease and dirt usually accumulate the most. During this process, you will see a layer of white foam appear. That is a sign that the baking soda and vinegar are working effectively. After scrubbing thoroughly for about 2 to 3 minutes, I rinse the knife under a bowl of clean water to completely remove the foam and residue. Next, use a soft cloth to dry the knife thoroughly. And now, look at the results. The knife becomes shiny. The surface is as clean as a mirror. Holding it in your hand feels like you just bought a brand new knife. Why is this step important? Not only does it make the knife look more beautiful, but it also removes dirt and bacteria on the blade. Extend the life of the knife, limit rust, keep the knife durable and safe to use. So, with just baking soda, vinegar, and a little effort, your knife will not only be sharp, but also shiny like new, ready to accompany you in delicious meals. The video ends here. If you have any comments, please leave them below. If you find the video interesting, please give me a like. Don't forget to share it with your relatives and friends. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Thank you for your support. Bye. See you in the next video.